A cut of 720,000 acre-feet of water represents about a year's supply for more than 2 million households. Arizona's initial cuts will fall on farmers, however, and not municipalities or industry. Tier 1 looms over conversations about drought in the Southwest in the same way that rolling blackouts haunt certain conversations elsewhere. Tier 1 has entered the Southwestern argot because it is the benchmark that will trigger a formal declaration of a water shortage, expected in August. Tier 1 also foreshadows further belt tightening. It suggests that a region of deserts and mountains that has spent a century growing explosively might have to consider downsizing or, perhaps, right-sizing. Tier 1 will most heavily impact Arizona due to legal and political peculiarities stemming from water battles of the past. Other Colorado River Basin states will face more onerous rationing regimes only when further DCP tiers are reached. Then, Arizona's burden will worsen as well, but even Tier 1 inflicts a severe blow. The state will lose nearly a fifth of the water it has been drawing from the Colorado River. It has decided that farmers and ranchers will absorb the entirety of this cut, temporarily sparing municipalities and industry. Farmers in Pinal County, an Arizona breadbasket, expect deliveries from the Colorado River to drop by half next year and disappear altogether in 2023. We're not sure how long we can hang on. We're getting nervous about it, Nancy Caywood, a Casa Grande farmer, recently told a local TV station. We seriously don't know what to do. We're hoping for rain. We're praying for rain. Farms need outsized amounts of water to grow crops. During wet years, so much water could be channeled to central Arizona that it was possible, if inadvisable, to grow cotton, corn, barley and alfalfa in the desert. That may no longer be the case. But farms aren't the only businesses that need water. Cutting-edge factories, including semiconductor plants, require millions of gallons daily. Two heavyweights in the chip industry, Intel Corporation and Taiwan Semiconductor Manufacturing Co, plan to build major plants in Arizona, and those operations will be water-dependent too. Real estate developers, which routinely unveil master-planned communities in fast-growing Phoenix suburbs and in the Sonoran Desert, also need water, and some groundwater supplies are already strained. Arizona has spent decades preparing for droughts, and the state believes it can use water-sharing agreements to aid farmers when the first big cutback happens. Chip makers have become deft water recyclers and say that they can work with a more limited supply. Developers claim to be observing strict local regulations on sustainable water usage. But even experts who have spent their careers tackling water management issues in the state recognize why this moment resonates. We're about to declare the first water shortage ever on the Colorado River, says Chuck Collum, a program manager for the Central Arizona Project, an agency that delivers Lake Mead water to the state. It will be emotional to be here when that happens. This isn't just an Arizona problem. This is a Colorado River Basin problem, he adds. We're linked by this river, so problems in Phoenix are problems in Las Vegas. And problems in Las Vegas will find their way elsewhere too. The Colorado River, formed by tectonic collisions, settled into its present 1,450-mile course about 6 million years ago, carving the Grand Canyon as it flowed southwestward from the Rocky Mountains to its delta in the Gulf of California. Its unpredictability and turbulence humbled the Native Americans who settled around it thousands of years ago and considered its waters sacred. The river remained untamed until the 20th century, when the Hoover Dam was built.